Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic Rock. Shots out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath.
Take your breath.
Take your breath and drink some water. Take your
breath.
Drink.
Drink. Or should we say,
Or should I
breathe and drink. Alright, family, let's get it. Hop in. First off, I want to ask you to subscribe,
some water. Lift your picture of that water.
Share, and of course, comment. This is the Daily Spark. I want to say great Coochie Chocolate to each and every last one of you. We are on the day of Coochie Chocolate. We are in the week of Kuumba. So all the Kuumba babies, clap it up. We're learning deeper lessons about both of those principles. Those of you that are new, focus on seeking out Coochie Chocolate during the day. Let's get into the lesson for today. The proverb of the day, just so that you know, so I won't catch you off guard, is every door has its own key. That's from the Yoruba people of Nigeria. The algorithm for the day,
Now raise your glass and toast your ass.
of course, because it's Coochie Chocolate, but it is
Raise your
the world
glass.
provides the ink, I hold the pen.
Drink.
The world provides ink. Guess
Drink.
what? I hold the pen. So let's kind of jump into the conversation, focusing on those. So, the haikus that I came up with while sitting, waiting, because you know I like to sit down and activate the Kuumba. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Being a
Move your body, drink some water. Move it.
creative Coochie baby, I like
Breathe.
being able to create.
But remember
That's
this
part of my process. That's part of my ritual.
Ramo.
Creating helps get me moving, and it forces me to channel my energy, right? Channel that key, right?
Drink.
Help me formulate the key, because you know keys have to be cut. So although you could mass produce keys,
Take your
every
breath.
key for every lock has its own print, has its own signature in order to unlock each key. Unlock each door. So we have to be aware of that. So what is your rituals that you use to unlock your creativity? Because we all need creativity regardless of what we're doing. We all going to need some creativity because that's where we go to solve problems.
Take your
Right?
breath.
Coochie, we define what the problem is. Coochie define what the problem is, right? Kuumba comes up with the creation to solve the problem, right? So they work together beautifully, right? But now, so here is the haiku. Find your key to life. Rather than using the one that was mass produced.
Water.
Many of us, we are looking for keys to our life, but we are looking we're trying to unlock our life, but we're looking at the world for the mass produced keys out there that's supposed to unlock your life, right? I mean, the hustle, grind. Everybody has the same. Everybody don't have the same key, fam. Everybody don't have the same key, right? Everybody don't have the same key print, right? So for a long time, we thought everybody used the same formula, right? And, let me tell you when I got frustrated with the hustle, grind culture, when I really started realizing that some of the people that are on top aren't hustle, grind. A majority of them are not hustle, grind, right? They wasn't the fastest. They wasn't the best. They won the lottery of birth. And, I'm like, damn, hold on. Well, why my son can't do that? I don't mind me being, you know what I'm saying? But why my son can't have, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here like, yo, hold on. Okay, cool. Hold on. So you mean I could work hard my whole life? Because I used to wonder why I would run into some elders who were mad all the damn time, especially in the culture, right? You start running into them. They're using in many ways, mass-produced keys. They're trying to unlock the lock. They're trying to unlock the door to their life using the key combination that somebody else gave them. And what do I mean? Like, for example, for a while, history was a big thing in the culture. But history was never my thing. I got a good memory, but history was never sitting down and being able to read books. I remember one time somebody told me, because, like, for example, to get into certain circles, there were certain things that you had to do. And after they told me the amount of books that some individuals had to read and the amount of time they had to read them, I'm like, that's shit not for me. I need to go and find my own way. You know what I'm saying? But other people attempted to do that. I'm sorry, I didn't turn the music down. I hope y'all could hear me. But anyway, I turned the music down now. But many people could not fulfill that role. Then the spirituality came in and everybody wasn't super spiritual. So people get frustrated and walk around and be like, everything is negative, everything is bad, everything is wrong, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, you got to find your own key. But anyway, let me keep it moving because I don't want to hold y'all up. Define yourself. See, I'm haikuing again. Define yourself. My fault. Defining yourself is the key that you will need to live happily. And it's defining yourself. We all have to take the time to define ourselves. And yes, other people can help you with that. Other people can help you because there's certain things about yourself that you might not notice, right? You just so used to doing it, you might not notice or think it's special, right? It was always certain things that I could do that I never saw as special. In fact, I wouldn't even noticed it if some elders didn't take the time to point them out to me. I'm like, damn. Same thing with negative things too. You know what I'm saying? So, define yourself. Defining yourself is the key that you will need to live happily. Eventually, you're going to have to stand up to your own definition, right? Eventually, you're going to have to dance to your own narrative. If not, you may crash and burn, family. Right? Because I could only imagine how horrible it would be making it to the end of life, doing all the scripts that everybody gave you, and you laying on the bed and you have accomplished nothing for you. Because sometimes I be looking at some folk around me, I be like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You keep on fooling around. The only thing your kids going to remember about you is how hard you work. Never, you know what I'm saying? I mean, really, we got to look at the scripts that they gave us. We got to look at the scripts. Family, you know what I'm saying? I want to take my kids on adventures. I want to plug my kids into things that will produce memories for them and memories of me so that I can be a revered ancestor. You understand what I'm saying? I'm preparing the way to be an ancestor. Somebody going to want to remember me, right? We don't, because they ain't going to remember you at these companies. They're not going to remember you at these establishments where we're working or where we're shopping. Maybe you might find somebody every now and then that you might be able to influence in some of these places. But the corporations that we're slaving for, they're not going, man, they'll replace your ass so quick. They'll replace you. Defining yourself is the key that you will need to live happily. And being able to work through that, because the world is going to come at you and try to tell you how wrong you are for feeling and doing what you're doing. I'm just here, Gianni Journey. I'm here to affirm you. I'm here to let you know, family, I appreciate you trying to find who you are, because only way I could be the best me is if you are the best you. In my tribe, I need everybody to be the best them. I don't need more Haatims. I don't like myself that much. I don't want to be around a bunch of Haatims. I got a little girl that remind me of me more than all of that, and I can't, love her, but damn, I be like, people lived with this shit? Wow. And what's crazy is, check this out. The daughter that reminds me the most of me is also a Coogee baby. And I'd be like, damn. Oh, wow. Wow. I say, oh my goodness. But the point that I'm trying to say is, you have to define yourself. Defining yourself is the key that you need, not want, need to live happily. Right? And Gianni, we want to live happy lives. We want to live happy lives. And if I'm able to live a happy life, I'm able to help somebody else produce and live a happy life. Right? And in many cases, we got to start moving away from people who are not living happy lives. We got to start moving away from people who are living scripted lives that have been scripted for them by the system. The system does not want your happiness. They don't give a damn about your happiness. They don't give a damn about your fulfillment. They don't give a damn about your spirituality. They don't give a damn. They just want cogs to spin. They just want drones to work. That's it. That's it. And if that is the total sum of life, they could keep this shit. You know what I'm saying? They could keep that. I'll be over here struggling. I'll be in the struggle lane, because I prefer making myself happy, living happy, and making those around me happy, seeing them fine. You know, one of the most beautiful things that I have been able to do is to watch people discover themselves and watch people have that what I call it's not my term, but that aha moment where the light comes on and you could see it. You could see it. And those of you that ever had that aha moment, you know what I'm talking about. Not only do you know what I'm talking about, you remember the feeling of relief and joy. And in a sense, release that comes with that aha moment. Aha, I get it. Oh, family, to be young and to be able to run into those aha moments. Woo, and to be old and be able to relive them. Not only would you constantly run into aha moments, but providing spaces where other young people can get, oh, I get it. Let's give it a round of applause, man. Oh, man, you got to give it a round of applause. Last one, and then we'll jump into, well, I know y'all like, we already talked. Now, hold on. The system is set to hand you a script to live. Will you follow it? Question. That's the question. All right, so let's get into the write-up for the day. Here is the haiku. I gotta read it just right, or it won't sound like a haiku. Drop the heavy weight, clear the noise of other tongues. Write your sovereign page. So first of all, I want to say peace to everybody. Pull up your chair to the porch. Take a deep belly breath with your nose, pulling the air all the way down and allowing the belly to swell. Let it drop down to your center and let out all that stale, toxic air with a strong exhale. There we go. There we go. Of course, we know today is Kuji Chagalia. We are standing during the week of Kuumba in the cycle of Ujima during the year of Ujima. In my book Player's Pyramid, as well as the Handbooks of Life Journey, the message has always been about one thing: self-mastery. But the world has tricked us into believing that self-determination means doing more. We think we need to accumulate more titles, take on more tasks, to conform to external systems that were never built to hold your greatness. When those expectations strip us of our peace, we fall into a trap of defining ourselves by what we are fighting against rather than what we are building. I want y'all to think about that shit. This shit is so slick, right? This shit is so slick that they flip the game on you. They flip the game on you that the thing that you are fighting, you need them to validate you in order for you to move through the ranks. We, in many cases, use their institutions as our initiations. We use their certifications as our means of entry, as our keys. The very doors, supposedly to our freedom and our liberation, are opened by the keys that are produced by our enemies. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Let me read that again. When those expectations strip us of our peace, we fall into the trap of defining ourselves by what we are fighting against. Defining ourselves by what we are fighting against rather than what we are building. Kuji Chagalia demands that we stop begging for external validation. It demands that we remember the core algorithm for the day. The world provides the ink, but I hold the pen. Again, the world provides the ink, but I hold the pen. The world provides the ink. Come on now. The world provides the ink. I can't hear you. The world provides the ink, but I hold the pen. The external world will always try to provide the ink of negative definition, historical traumas, or daily distractions. If you let them write your story, they will write a tragedy of dependency. But the ink is nothing without the handle and the hands that guide the tool. You hold the pen. You. To hold the pen is to engage in the ultimate act of self-determination. You decide what is written on the blank pages of your day, the blank pages of your week, the blank pages of your moments, the blank pages of your life. To fully step into this power, we must practice, of course, to be a negativa. I know it sounds crazy. Brother Haatim, what's up with the subtraction? Because all my life, people been trying to add shit. It's like we big onions with layers and layers and layers, and we got to pull all these layers that's been put on us. We got to learn to start peeling them off so we can get back to the essence, and then we could refocus how we see. See, when I go to SIMSA today, I got to go to the SIMSA and do a presentation later on today. One of the things I'm going to be talking about is becoming or understanding a cultural lens. What a cultural lens is for, right? Looking through a cultural lens type shit. I'm still formulating it. Y'all know how, brother. You know how I get down. But I'm going to get down regardless. But anyway, you got to take that time. Peel back those onions so that you can start looking, so we can start looking through our lens, practicing that via negativa, getting rid of those things that we don't need. There's so many things going on that we don't need. Let them go. Peel them away. They're baggage that are slowing you down. They're anchors that's holding you in place. Release. Release. With that breath, take a deep breath in with me. Come on. Hold it. Now breathe it out. Let it out on purpose. Right? To fully step into this power, we must practice Viennese Cheetah's subtractive approach to self-mastery. We must scrape off the heavy build-up illusions, false narratives, and burdens that we have accumulated from society. Drop the heavy weight of trying to use the standard validation of society expectations to open the heavy doors of freedom. Cut the noise of external opinions. Other people's opinions about you don't count unless you accept their truth. Let us strip away the false code of helplessness. We are not passive group members or victims of our circumstances. We are the chief programmers, the scribes, and the sovereign nation builders. Align your mind, grip your pen tightly today, and write the story of peace, power, and joy. Family, all I can say is make sure you like, subscribe, share, if you would, please. And most importantly, comment. And also, in the description, you'll find a link where you can hook up with us in our Telegram group. You can get your t-shirts made, right, with your day name on it, right? You can get your Nguza Sabanera to map. We could build, family. Let's build. That's all I'm saying to you. This is Brother Haatim. You know what that means.
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.